It's happened to us all at least probably once in our lives. You take the day off work for a delivery, wait patiently for several hours, and then the man with the van fails to turn up. A new survey suggests that across the UK, we spend collectively more than 800 million hours waiting at home for delivery or repairman every year. It's a subject very close to home for a lot of us, particularly Breakfast's Graham Satchell.
Well done.
Ah, family bliss. But with more children than bedrooms, we realised it was time for bunk beds. After extensive research, the order was made and joy of joys, a delivery date agreed.
Were you looking forward to it arriving? Well, the kids were really excited. They were looking forward to it. I'd taken the day off work to make sure that I was here and we got the delivery on time. I'd got all my tools together, ready. I'd even watched the video online, so I knew what I was going to do. But then morning sort of drifted into afternoon and nothing was coming. Waiting around like this is not unusual. 79% of us waited in for goods and services in the last year. In all, 8 million people took time off work waiting for something to arrive. And the average waiting time, 4 hours.
Or makes my heart break, I will be right here waiting for you.
So what happened next? Well, by the evening the beds hadn't come. I was really frustrated because we'd already been waiting for 2 months since I put the order in, but nothing came. The kids were really upset.
Daddy, why aren't the bunk beds here? Where is the bunk bed, Daddy? The bunk bed, Daddy.
After a somewhat intemperate email exchange, there was an apology and finally the bunk beds did arrive a week late. But 30% of people get so fed up waiting, they either switch to a competitor or cancel their order altogether.
Night, night, Daddy.
Graham Satchell and two very sweet boys. With us now, Martin Hocking, editor of Which Magazine, and Clare Rayner, who's a retail expert. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Why does it happen, Clare, that a supermarket can deliver stuff within a 1 hour window, but other stores have to take 12 hours, and even then they don't get it right?
Well, it's the difference between the supply chains that they're operating for their delivery. The supermarkets tend to collect our grocery orders from within the supermarket itself and then have a small delivery van that does a shuttle run within the local area. What you've got with the much larger items like the furniture and the white goods is that they tend to be shipped from main central distribution centres across the UK and passed on to carriers so that the delivery is out of the hands of the actual shop from where it's being potentially fulfilled. And in fact, it could be said that if you buy a sofa or a washing machine from a supermarket, you will end up in the similar supply chain that you would end up with the others.
Yeah, so Martin, now we know why it happens, but should it?
It shouldn't. I mean, most firms still seem to be in the dark ages. They give you a 5-hour window. Oh, it might be morning, it might be afternoon. It definitely won't be evening, even though most of you are out at work during the day. They're still operating on the basis that somebody is at home and will quite happily give up their time for nothing to wait for stuff to arrive. It's just not on.
So what kind of redress do customers have?
It's very difficult. Contracts will say, we will promise, we will estimate, we will aim to deliver, but there is nothing there that means that if the goods fail to show up, you can get genuine redress. The only real scenarios where you might be able to get compensation would be, I don't know, say you were doing your kitchen up and you said to a tiling company, I must have the tiles here on one day because the tiler's coming the next day and he'll have to be paid whether or not the work is done.
Sometimes your delivery window is affected by how much you pay, though, isn't it, Claire?
Absolutely, and some of the leading fashion retailers online have enabled people to actually get same-day delivery for their purchases. But these tend to be smaller items and parcels. So although you can upgrade your delivery to be within a much shorter window or within a faster time frame, there's still a necessity for the large items for someone to be there to receive it. They can't just leave it, round by the shed, as you could with a parcel, a small parcel.
Martin, we've had some Some real horror stories from people writing in this morning. What are the worst examples you've heard about?
Oh, I mean, we did a survey last year asking how good were deliveries. I mean, the most common one is delivery left in clear sight on the doorstep so somebody could nick it. But we've had, you know, mirrors chucked over gates and fences. We've had paperwork left in a coal bunker. I mean, absolutely bonkers.
OK, Martin, Claire, thank you both very much. And if you're waiting for something today, good luck.